and I was probably like 20 meters away, and I was speaking to my friend, and I saw that there was a book on top of it. So I just stopped speaking to my friend. I said, listen, I just want to check that. But the way it spoke to me, you know, I was reading it, and I just felt that, you know, it was like if Allah was speaking to me. It hit me. He said, Akhi, why are you seeking knowledge? He said, Akhi, we seek knowledge for Jannah. I was brought up in the States, in San Francisco, California. And at the age of 10, when my mother, we moved to Geneva, Switzerland. So, I mean, basically that's where I became a Muslim. I didn't become a Muslim in the States. I became a Muslim in Switzerland. So in Switzerland we speak, well, in the South, in Geneva, we speak French.
MashaAllah.
So I didn't listen to lectures in English. So the first Quran, or the first translation that I read from the Quran was in French. So, and like at 5 o'clock in the morning, the guardian or the keeper of the block, you know, he takes out the garbage. And I was speaking to a friend right next to my alley, you know, where I live, and there was this huge container, garbage container, filled with black plastic bags, and on top of that, those plastic bags, there was a book. And I was probably like 20 meters away, and I was speaking to my friend, and I saw that there was a book on top of it. So I just stopped speaking to my friend. I said, listen, I just want to check that. And I go to the book. I was 17, and it was the Quran. Obviously, I read the French translation of the meaning, and I remember I read Fatiha, read a little bit of Al-Baqarah. I probably understood 50%, 70%, you know. But the way it spoke to me, you know, I was reading it, and I just felt that, you know, it was like if Allah was speaking to me. It's like if Allah was speaking to me. And every single word, everything that was being said, it just penetrated my heart as the truth. from the faculty of Sharia, but normally in 6 years you finish. So I had some issues, you know. I had some, you know, I had to deal with some, you know, health issues and all that. I just thank Allah Jalla wa Ala that I was able to go there and I was able to finish. Alhamdulillah, you know, I mean, Alhamdulillah. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's a blessing from Allah. You know, there's so many people, they try to study with the right, they have the good intentions, you know, they want to do it, but out of Allah, not everyone gets the opportunity to go.
Knowledge, but he told me something, you know, and you see, it was the most basic of phrases, but it hit me. He said, Akhi, why are you seeking knowledge? He said, Akhi, we seek knowledge for Jannah. That's why we seek knowledge. That's the ultimate goal, you know. It's not so I know this, I know that, I debate with that. No, you're seeking knowledge to get closer to Allah, to go to Jannah. That's the ultimate goal of seeking knowledge. Prophet said that the thing that I feel the most for my ummah is ar-riya, showing off. And you know, how many people they do things, they show acts of worship, you know, because in their culture they know that if they do it, you know, people are gonna say, oh, that family, that person, they're good people, this and that, or they're not gonna do certain things because they don't want people to, so it affects everybody. You know,
how can we kind of protect ourselves from this showing off? How do we keep our ikhlas?
Tawheed. That's it, you know. Study Tawheed. My mother, you know, may Allah guide her to Islam. You know, she's everything for me, you know. And my mother, she was always supportive. I mean, I didn't go through that you know, that I don't have that reverse story where, you know, I had to hide to pray. No, my mother since day one, she always supported me.
MashaAllah.
She always helped me out. I mean, even in Medina, she was helping me out to pay the rent.
SubhanAllah.
I mean, my mother helped me out big time, you know. So I just did UK, and you know, met with some brothers, you know, and they told me they needed somebody in Reading to replace their Imam for a month. So I went there a month, and I stayed there, and alhamdulillah, everything went well. And then after I found a job in Preston, and I was Imam for a little while in Preston, and that's it. You know, that's how I was in.
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah. You know, don't believe the hype on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stick to the fundamentals, you know what I mean? There's lots of youth, you know, roll them the Quran, learn Arabic, study Tawheed, study the Creed, the Aqidah, you know. Focus on getting closer to Allah Jalla wa Ala. Focus on doing positive things in your community. And, you know, don't get caught up in too much in the Qeel wa Qaal, you know. He said, she said, that said, and all that, you know. Just try to focus on learning your religion and getting closer to Allah, and you'll see the barakah, you'll see the blessings in your life.